World War II veteran. Spent 29 months in the Pacific, okay, without coming back. And came back alive.
Are you a veteran?
Yes. Vietnam veteran.
Who are you taking to the vets?
My daughter.
My daughter.
I take her there every week at the VA.
VA.
She's a veteran?
Yes, she is.
We all are.
She is and I am too.
You served in, where did you serve in the service?
Air Force.
You were in the Air Force. How many years?
2 years.
And you?
U.S. Army.
And where did you serve? Where?
I was
6 years.
6 years.
Did you go overseas?
Not overseas.
Yeah, and your daughter, she go overseas?
Yep, she was in Bahrain for 3 years.
Really? Very patriotic family. How long did you serve?
I served 3 years. 1943, February, on my 17th birthday, I joined the Navy, and I didn't come back for 3 years. And the truth of the story is, I can tell you a little story if you got a few minutes.
Go ahead, I want to hear
I
it.
joined the Navy when I was 16 years old. I went up to Federal Hill, Holy Ghost Church. I got my birth certificate. I forged it. I made myself 17 years old. And I went down to the recruiting station. I joined the Navy. Everything went fine until 2 weeks later, the policemen in the Navy come up and they wanted to arrest me because I forged my birth certificate. But I waited another year and I left Mount Pleasant High School and I went in the Navy. And I spent 3 years, 29 months in the Pacific. Every battle that was in the Pacific, I was there. I was in it.
I have a real soft spot in my heart for veterans.
Yeah.
And particularly for Vietnam veterans.
Yeah.
And I don't like to talk about it, but the reason is that during the Vietnam War, I was a teacher at Hope High School.
Okay.
And I was going to law school nights. I drive to Boston at night. And I coached the wrestling team. And one of my wrestlers was the nicest kid you ever met in your life.
Yeah.
His name was Andrew Jackson,
Yeah.
just like the former president. He was a gentleman. He was a great kid. And immediately upon graduation, he enlisted and he went to Vietnam.
Right.
4 months later, he was dead. You know, I never forgot that. And it bothered me. And it bothered me that particularly veterans coming back from Vietnam, they were not given the respect that they deserved. You know, they were mistreated. It was a terrible period in our history.
Right.
So I remember very well that war, and I'm very sensitive toward that. Well, let me tell you something. I have a particular affinity toward people who serve in this, who have served our country, particularly people who have served during wartime. You know, we all live a rather comfortable life today. We have a volunteer Army and Navy, and I understand that, and I respect their service. But people who actually served during combat, you know, and went voluntarily, came back, put their lives aside, placed their life in danger, and did that for the love of this country. We can't do enough for them to repay them for their service to our country. While everyone has and should have an enormous appreciation for the greatest generation, those men and women who fought in World War II, I believe that the same level of recognition and respect should be given to our Vietnam veterans. They served in an extremely unpopular and savage war, where 1 out of 10 of them became a casualty, and their sufferings did not end on the battlefield. When they returned home, instead of being welcomed as heroes, they were often treated with anger and hostility. Only about a third of the men and women who served in Vietnam are still alive today. If you happen to meet one of them, please thank them for their service. It's well-deserved and long overdue.
All rise and hit subscribe so you don't miss the latest viral moments like this one. Share these videos and weigh in on the cases. You be the judge. Subscribe now.